Hello everyone, I'm Benjamin Contreras, and welcome back to the Jasper Cat Production Show. Now, if it wasn't for my video that I made a very long time ago about talking about all those Minecraft action figures that came out, you guys would probably not know that I am a fan of Minecraft. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a fan of Minecraft. I really enjoy playing the game, and I also really like the toys that they've been creating for Minecraft for I think since last year, I believe. I want to say that. And recently, when I went to Toys R Us, one figure caught my interest. This. This is the new season 3 of the Minecraft character Alex. Even though I'm not sure why the figure's even called Alex, because as you can tell, the player is clearly meant to be female, and I don't really know any sort of female out there with the name Alex. If you have one like that, I apologize. So, yeah. Anyway, when I first saw this figure, I actually wondered who this character is, and apparently she's part of the new, I think it was a preview update. I'm not sure if it was just a preview update or it was a full-on update about the newest version of Minecraft. And on the video that I watched, they mentioned a new NPC character. Well, they didn't say an NPC, but it was like a player character. And people have actually been debating about what this character actually functions as. Is it going to be just like a female iteration of Steve? Is it going to like completely replace Steve altogether? But if you look at the back of the box, it says a highly capable and customizable player. Okay, yeah. Which gets me wondering, is this going to be like a female iteration of Alex? A female iteration of Steve that you can actually change different parts about her. And if that's the case, then I'm all for that. I really like the idea of having your own custom character without having to rely on, different texture packs and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you have the Xbox version, that's something we're just gonna have to live with. So, but anyway, so yeah, I'm really excited about when they're gonna reveal what Alex's actual purpose is. So, yeah, also one complaint that I have about the box is that they don't have any of the pictures of the original, of the other figures that are in the series 3 line, which is kind of bummed me out, because I liked the original boxes when they actually had, the different figures that were in that line. But yeah, that's pretty much what I think of the box. So let's open it up. It's already half opened, I think. There we go. And now she's out. Let me try and get everything out first. And that just flew. Thank you for that. Now, let's start with Alex herself. Now, just for reference, I actually have the original Steve figure, and what I think they actually did was that they basically, they both look very similar to each other. The only differences being the color scheme, of course, and the length of the arms, because as you can tell, Steve's arms are much larger than Alex's arms. But I think that's the only real main difference they have. Other than that, it's basically just a recoloring, because if I go like this, you can sort of tell that the legs are pretty much at the same length. Actually, let me see if I can actually straighten her out a bit more, so... Yeah, they are more or less the same exact length. But yeah, also the heads are... They both look basically the same to each other. The only difference is, of course, being the color schemes. Um, but other than that, the articulation for her also is basically the same as Steve's. She can tilt her arms 360, but I think because I just got her out of the box, it is rather stiff because he's been out of the box for a while, and the joints are rather more flexible. But I think when she gets more out of her box, it'll become more and more loose. But yeah, also the waist moves and the head moves. So yeah, the articulation is basically the same as all the other Minecraft figures, but I still think that it's an okay amount of articulation because it basically has the amount of articulation that you can in the game. So yeah, let's take a look at some of the two accessories that she comes with. First off, we have the bow, which I really like the design of. It has like the jaggedy texture to it. It's very scratchable. The blocky looking texture to it, and also the jaggedy sort of like string for the actual like bow. So yeah, I really like the design for it. I'm pretty sure that the skeleton figure also came with a bow, but I unfortunately don't have that figure. So yeah, this is my first Minecraft toy bow. So all in all, I think the bow looks very nice. And now we have her golden sword. Now the golden sword looks very nice. I like the way they changed the texture for like the handle for the gold and the actual like blade for it. And also, like Alex and Steve, the golden sword is basically a recolor of the stone sword. If I put these on top of each other, you can tell that they're basically the exact same like not exact same texture, but the exact same the exact same mold. But that doesn't really make it much of a bad thing. And also, both of them fit very well into Alex's hands. It does take a little bit of time to actually get it more. There we go. So yeah, they fit very good in Alex's hands, and for the first time ever, people can actually dual wield in Minecraft. Well, in their imagination at least, not in the actual game. But yeah, the bow and the golden sword. Speaking of which, I should probably put the bow on. One thing that I'm not very fond of is the little like nub part right here that's for holding the bow. And if I try to do it like this is basically how they want you to actually hold it. I think that's how the back of the box has it. Okay, so it wants you to. There we go. Also, another thing I don't like is that the way the hand mold is right here and the mold for the hilt on the bow. When you try to make it look like the box art, it's sort of like. Well, actually, I originally thought that it looked a bit uneven, but now that I actually have it, it actually doesn't look all that bad. So, yeah, the bow actually does fit rather well in her hand. Now let's take a look at the mob that it actually came with, the slime. Now, the slime for the color scheme isn't all that accurate because the back of the box has like an in-game model of it, and as you can tell, the color scheme for the toy slime is way darker than the actual game. Like in the regular game, it like has a much brighter style color, which I'm more fond of. But for this, it's basically it's way too dark for it to be so the color scheme isn't really all that accurate. But the actual detail is actually rather good for a figure that has for a character that has very little design. As you can see, the eyes are actually above the actual body, which is how it looks in the game. So I like that detail, and another detail I like is that the eyes continue onto each side. I think that's a very nice touch, and I don't really, this is probably just me, but I don't really see you see like, it goes like brighter and brighter with each shade that it goes to, and you can kind of see it, but only really on the front of it in the main game. And you don't really see it much on the top or on the side. But I still think that this figure is really good. And also, for size comparison, I got all my other figures right here. I have Steve, the zombie, the creeper, and the Enderman. So yeah, all these figures together are very they're rather a good size for each other. But all in all, I really like this figure as a as part of the series 3 toy line. I like how it comes with more accessories. I like how it comes with an actual mob, which is probably because the other figures came with like different block types. Like the creeper came with the TNT. I believe the Enderman came with the grass block, the iron ore, and the coal ore. So I'm pretty sure this is basically essentially their version. But since the slime is basically the same exact shape as the blocks, that's essentially what they were going for. But I really like the touch with that. I really think that's cool. And the figure as a whole I give it a 4 out of 5 as a whole, not counting the two figures separately, because the color schemes as a whole don't really look that different. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, subscribe, comment about what you thought about the toy figure itself. And if you want me to do more of these Minecraft figures reviews, tell me in the comments. But yeah, until then, I'm Benjamin Contreras, and bye.